I'm Tana Castro, and this is the History Quiz. This was the largest computer ever built. It weighed 250 tons, covered 20,000 square feet of space, and had an ashtray. What was it used for?
It's actually designed to be able to detect large migrations of whales, dolphins, any kind of undersea life.
I think it's one of those old calculator things where they use a giant machine to get 2 + 2.
Is it an original radar system?
It's like one of the early first computers, like a single computer, even though it's taking up a whole room. Maybe.
The correct answer is the Sage computer. Now joining us now is Alex Bohonic from the Computer History Museum to tell us a little bit more about the Sage. Tell us what made that computer so special.
So Sage, or its semi-automatic ground environment, was a very large air defense system built in the United States in the late 1950s, early 1960s. Its intent was to protect against the threat of Soviet bombers coming over the North Pole and attack North America.
Now how did it work?
It took in a lot of information from radar, it took in weather reports to then consolidate this information, display them on what looked like radar screens to its operators.
Now I understand the operators were nowhere near the actual computers. Tell us about that.
Right, so Sage was extremely large. Each of the Sage systems was installed in these 4-story block houses. The operators, the military personnel, usually was on the 4th floor. The machine itself was on the 2nd floor.
Now we see some of the Sage computer technology used today. Tell us about that.
Modems were pioneered for Sage, and of course the modem is what many people use to connect to the internet. Of course a lot of programmers were necessary to write software for Sage, and that's how many programmers got their start in the United States in the 1950s as well.
Alex, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. I'm Tana Castro, and that is the History Quiz.